Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to Mission to Mask, your journey to the world of money. आज हम सिर्फ एक वेबिनार अटेंड नहीं कर रहे, हम एक फाइनेंशियल एडवेंचर पे जा रहे हैं। गाइस, यहाँ हम सीखेंगे कैसे अपने पैसे को स्मार्टली हैंडल करें, कैसे सेव करें, इन्वेस्ट करें और अपने ड्रीम्स के लिए ग्रो करें। सो टेक योर नोटबुक्स रेडी एंड मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंटली गेट रेडी टू हैव फन while लर्निंग समथिंग दैट स्कूल डोंट यूजुअली टीच यू। आई एम योर होस्ट पल्लवी। आज का सेशन मिशन टू मास्क एक इन्वेस्टर अवेयरनेस इनिशिएटिव है। ये स्पेशली आप जैसे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए डिजाइन किया गया है, ताकि आप अपनी फाइनेंशियल जर्नी सही हैबिट्स के साथ स्टार्ट करें। बिकॉज बिलीव मी, इट्स नेवर टू अर्ली टू स्टार्ट। आफ्टर ऑल, इवन वॉरेन बफेट स्टार्टेड इन्वेस्टिंग व्हेन ही वाज जस्ट 11 years old। तो आज हम क्या सीखने वाले हैं? कैसे अपने पॉकेट मनी को स्मार्टली सेव और बजट करें, इन्फ्लेशन क्या होता है और आपके फ्यूचर को कैसे अफेक्ट करेगा, फाइनेंशियल सेफ्टी का इम्पोर्टेंस, स्टॉक, म्यूचुअल फंड और एसआईपी का बेसिक कंसेप्ट, एसेट एलोकेशन यानी पैसे कहाँ और कितना लगाया, और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट इन्वेस्टिंग के टाइम पे इमोशन कैसे हैंडल करें। तो बाय द वे, बाय द एंड ऑफ टुडे सेशन यू एंड योर मनी विल बी अनस्टॉपेबल डू, जैसे कि मैगी एंड मसाला एंड चाय एंड बिस्किट। No more distance between you and investing. So, guys, it's time to team up. It's time to meet our guide for this journey, our very own financial captain for this mission to Mars, Mr. Amit Grover. Mr. Amit Grover has spent years of helping people understanding money in simple, fun, and practical way. He helps us for the most complex financial topics like mutual fund, inflation, and compounding to make it very easy understandable. Sir is very energetic speaker, a fantastic storyteller, and loves inspiring young minds like you. So, guys, please join me in welcoming Mr. Amit Grover. Sir, the stage is yours.
Perfect. Thank you, Pallavi, and thanks for this warm introduction. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
good good morning, everyone. So it's not a satsang where I speak and you guys listen. It's an interactive session, and the chat box is on. And any questions, any thoughts, whatever points you have, because I'm going to ask hundreds of questions, and I would request all participants to talk and interact over the chat box. So before even I start the session, would you like to maybe share your name on the chat box and your age so that I know participants की age कितनी है? So like I'm Amit Grover, my age, and I'm putting in the chat box, my age is 45. Okay, so Kabir is 11. Okay, so Kabir, you are the same age at which Warren Buffett started investing. Okay, the world's richest investor, Warren Buffett, started investing at the age of 11. I would be very happy even you start at the age of 11 and you can say, you know what, I can be the future Warren Buffett. We have got Advik. Advik is 9 years old. In fact, my son right now is 13 years old. First time when he actually attended this session, he was 9. So even 9-year-old can understand the subject very well. Vansh is 17. So once you might feel, you know what, others are quite younger than you. But when it comes to money and investment, our understanding is same. So it's all fine. Rama is 11 years old. Superb, Rama. Welcome for the session. Uh, Riyansh is 12, Atashri is 16, Jaival 9, Advait 11, Ayansh 9, Sharvil is 14. Okay, we have got Harshita is 18. So that's amazing. So we have got the youngest, I think, the participants we have got is 9 years old, and somebody on the higher side is 18. So 9 to 18 is the batch which I can see right now, and I can see approximately one sec. I can see around 40 participants. So welcome everybody. Welcome for a very interesting session called as Mission Mars. Like I told you, it's going to be interactive session. I'm going to ask you hundreds of questions. Please keep the chat box active. I will listen to your answers on the chat box and then we will have a Q&A where you can just maybe in the end ask your personal questions and we'll try to answer this. So if in case, yeah, when I give you, are you excited? And maybe if I say, give me a thumbs up, Okay, please feel free to give a thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever emotion you want. The angry emotion, happy emotion, sad emotion. I'm checking the chat box 24/7. Now, why have I kept this name Mission Mars? Okay, why was a topic name thought as Mission Mars? And let me give you a very interesting thought behind it. Okay, we were thinking about different names. So when I was designing this program, uh, something very interesting took place in our country. India was the first country. India was the first country to reach Mars in first attempt. Look at the achievement what we did. First country to reach Mars on first attempt. It's not that other countries have not gone. Few countries have also reached Mars, but they took multiple attempts. We did it on first attempt. That was inspiring. Second point, you know what? How many of you genuinely think, okay, I'm sure as children you must have traveled abroad, okay? When I was growing up, I never went abroad. My son, I have taken him to few places abroad for vacations. But just a thought, 100 years back, there was no airplane. Just think about it. 100 years back, there was no airplane. Somebody thinking that they will travel to a different country and visit was not even imaginable. Okay. Today, practically, there is nobody, okay, who has not sat on the airplane. I'm sure this group, most of you have sat on the airplane, and we are traveling to different places, different countries. The way at which the world is moving, don't be surprised when you grow up and when you have children, they will go for vacations. Okay, they will go for vacations to Mars, they will be going for vacations to space. It seems like a fiction right now, but that's going to be the reality. This is how the world is already changing. Elon Musk is already talking about space travel. Jeff Bezos of Amazon, he's talking about space travel. And there are so many people who are talking about space travel. It is going to be a reality. So I understand right now it sounds like fiction, but space travel is soon going to happen. Now, why we have thought about Mission Mars? Because this is going to be the first batch which is actually going to go to space, and we will have some interesting challenges in space. I'll ask questions, and you will have to give me answers because we have to survive in space. So let's start with this topic, and let me start why I am so passionate about this topic. So today I'm doing many sessions on it because it's a Children's Day, Children's Month. Okay, November is celebrated. But the reason why I'm so passionate, I can do this session on Sundays. I can even do it at night. This is one session where actually I can do it for free. If colleges or school call me and they say, Amit, can you do a session? It's free. I'll still do it because I actually love doing this session. This session really energizes me. And the reason why I want to do this session and I'm so passionate about it, because बहुत simple logic है. आज मैं आपके करिकुलम को भी देखूं, आपके स्कूल करिकुलम को देखूं, what I see, yes, it's good, you are learning history, you are learning science, you are learning geography, you are learning chemistry, physics, bio, languages. I'm sure today all of you are using ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, and various AI tools to make amazing animations and everything. Good. But the most important subject, जो सबसे ज्यादा important subject है, which is called as money, investments, personal finance, on this subject you will live your entire life. Where you want to stay, whom you want to get married, okay, what business to start, what job to take, all decisions are predominantly money decisions. And unfortunately, this subject, which is called as money, is not taught in school. Leave about school, even in college. Okay, this subject is not taught. Leave about college. So Pallavi, who's we together, we are doing the session. She is doing a CFA, a very interesting course on finance. Even there, they don't teach how to live, how to take decisions when it comes to money to solve your real life problems. Okay, so we're trying to solve this. And personally, I think a lot of people think, parents, मुझे याद है when I was small, मेरे parents बोलते थे जब भी पैसों की बातें होती थी ना, अच्छा अमित, यू गो असाइड, इट्स अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टॉपिक, इट्स अ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड टॉपिक, आपके लिए, बच्चों के लिए नहीं है टॉपिक. एंड आई शुड बी वेरी सरप्राइज, ये बच्चों के लिए क्यों नहीं है? एंड माई सिंपल थॉट इज, इफ टूडेज किड्स कैन अंडरस्टैंड वर्ल्ड वॉर 1, वर्ल्ड वॉर 2, चैट जीपीटी एंड एवरीथिंग, why can't they understand such a basic subject which is called as money? And I personally believe children are far better to understand money than parents, because आपका माइंड अभी तक करप्ट नहीं हुआ है, आप लॉजिकल सोचते हो, एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी वांट children to learn about money at the right age. If all of you are excited about it, can you give me some interesting emojis and thumbs up on the chat box? Okay, sounds good. I can see some amazing emojis, and I'm also excited. So, interesting point is your parents have allowed you. Okay, so we are right now a batch of around 50. Your parents have allowed you to go for a mission Mars. It's an amazing trip. It's a 10-day trip. It's going to be very challenging. It's going to be very fun. But the only way to survive on Mars is that I will ask you questions and you will have to give me answers. And based on your answers, we'll go to the next question. So all of you excited? Okay. I'm sure you will solve this problem. You will solve all the challenges and we'll have an amazing trip. So the plane we have already reached the space station. We are just landing on Mars. So let's start with the first thought. Okay, so you have reached Mars, and the moment you reach, you realize it's a 10-day trip. कितने दिन का ट्रिप है? 10 दिन का ट्रिप है. And on these 10 days, someone tells you you will not get water every day. And we all know water is absolutely precious. You will get only water for 2 days. Sorry, 5 days. You'll get water only for 5 days. सिर्फ 5 दिन पानी मिलेगा. On every day, you get two water bottles. A good 1 liter water bottle. You get two water bottles per day, only for 5 days. The remaining 5 days, you get no water. So a simple thought to all of you. So from which day or how will you solve this problem? How will you make sure that you have water for the remaining 10 days? Okay, so I can see answer from Brahma saying one bottle, one bottle, one bottle per day. So I think all of you are almost okay. Someone has told me ki my voice is echoing, it's not clear. Can anyone confirm? Is it fine? Are you able to listen properly? Okay, so most of you are saying that we will consume one water per day. Practically, okay, this is a consensus. This is a consensus. Does anyone has got a different answer besides one bottle per day? बिकॉज मेजोरिटी ऑफ यूर सेइंग इज वन बॉटल पर डे जो मेरे को भी ठीक लग रहा है बट इसके अलावा और कोई आंसर है किसी के पास लेट मी सी कबीर इज सेइंग मी कबीर व्हाट्स योर आंसर कैन यू पुट इन द चैट बॉक्स so Kabir is saying 1.5 but Kabir if you have 1.5 bottle per day so basically you will consume all your water see because you get two water bottles per day 5 days you get 10 water bottles if you consume 1.5 bottles so predominantly in 6 days you will consume all your water. Okay, so somebody is thinking very creatively. So it's good to think creative. That you know what someone has given a very interesting answer. What we pee, okay, we will purify that. Guys, don't go too creative. We have just reached Mars. There is no purifier. You cannot do anything. So make it simple. The answer is one bottle per day. And you might be surprised. Why did I ask such a basic question? आप बोलोगे ये तो बेसिक क्वेश्चन है सेकंड क्लास का क्वेश्चन है ओके इन क्लास सेकंड में सिखाया जाता है व्हाई आर वी इवन लर्निंग दिस द आइडिया इज लेट मी पुट दिस एनालॉजी ऑफ प्लानिंग ओके व्हेन इट कम्स टू मनी लेट मी लुक एट माय लाइफ एंड यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस इन अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग वे सो आई कैन डिवाइड माई लाइफ मैं अपने लाइफ को तीन हिस्से में बांट सकता हूं द फर्स्ट 25 years of my life I was basically not earning money because I was doing my schooling, then college, I did my engineering, I did my MBA. First 25 years, zero income. Now it's been almost 20 years, I'm earning money, and possibly for the next 10, 15 years, I'll earn money. So, what is my earning span? Only for 25, 30 years. And then remaining 25 years, I'll make no money. So if you have to divide this whole story into one line, first part I make no money, second part I earn salary, and third part again I make no money. Now, if this is the case, then practically from what age, if you have to give me advice, from what age I should start saving and investing? Because first half, no money, last half, no money, only in the middle part I make money. So from what age should ideally I should start saving and investing?
You are on mute, Amit.
Hello, Amit sir, you're on mute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect, perfect. So basically, a lot of you are giving me various answers like the age of 20, 21 stuff. Okay. The right age, according to me, was when I actually started earning money. Now, a very interesting thought. A lot of you also get pocket money and you would be motivated to start saving and investing. But that was not the real challenge. The real challenge is now when I ask you this follow up question to this question. Once the session gets over, go on YouTube and watch a very interesting video called as Marshmallow Experiment. एक बहुत ही अच्छा एक्सपेरिमेंट हुआ था बच्चों के साथ मार्शमेलो in the year 1980s. Marshmallow is something which is very sweet. It was kept in front of the kids, and the kids were told, wait for 15 minutes and you will get two marshmallows. Surprisingly, 70% of the children were not able to wait for 15 minutes. The moment they saw it, after some time, they had it. Now, question to you, because this is where you will understand why it is so difficult to actually manage money. Can you give me an answer why majority of the children were not able to wait for 15 minutes और जब उनको मार्शमेलो दिखा थोड़ी देर में उन्होंने खाना खा लिया? So Kabir is saying mindset. Okay. Guys, any other question? Uh, Temptation, impatience, interesting answers. Pranav, uh, Vansh is saying impatience. Pranav is saying temptation. Sounds good. So the consensus is temptations, impatience. In scientific language, it is called instant gratification. Children don't take it seriously. Okay, it's not about children. It's not about children, and I'll tell you why it's even difficult for even the elders to do it. The idea is our minds work on something called as instant gratification. We want it right now. We cannot think about the future. And the same thing actually happened with me. When I got my first job, even I should have started saving and investing. But then I thought, you know what, this is the age to enjoy. Let me go with my friends for party. Okay. Then I bought new clothes, a new mobile phone, a two-wheeler because I loved it. And then I went for vacations. Then I went for fancy vacations. And then I also had a marriage, which was a destination wedding. I thought saving and investing can happen later. Then I bought an amazing car. And I thought saving and investing can happen later. So the point is, all of us know, but it's very difficult to do it. So the first challenge teaches us, the first challenge which we all of us what we have to learn, that technically for achieving anything in life, first we have to plan. When it comes to money, we have to plan. We have to understand we only get only 25, 30 years of making money. The remaining period will not make money. That's first. Second point is we have to start early. And you are right, the temptations are there. Like you told the kid, they were kids and they made a mistake, but the temptation happens even with elders, even people like me. And I see so many of my friends and colleagues and people around who are still not able to understand this and they're fixed in temptations and they're not thinking about the future. I hope you got the first lesson from this challenge that we have to plan and we have to start early. If all of you have understood this, can you give me a thumbs up? Okay. So if we have understood the first challenge, we'll go to the second challenge. And guys, as we go forward, the questions become interesting, they become difficult, and I would require all of you to please put answers in the chat box. Right now, I can still see 30-40% of the children giving answers. I would request all of you to give answers in the chat box. Second challenge. And the second challenge goes something like this. You are enjoying Mars, you are seeing around, but you know what you see right now? अभी आपको क्या दिखाई देता है? कुछ बच्चे 3 या 4 पानी की बोतल पी रहे हैं. कुछ बच्चे इवन पानी भी वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. What will you do right now? Will you also change your plan, or will you continue to stay with the plan which you had already decided? Kabir says I'll continue to one. Manav, Shailesh says one. Hansik says, okay, I'll continue with my plan. Ira is also saying one. Everyone, I think we are dealing with already students who are already smart, intelligent, and know how to deal with life. The beauty is, all of you are saying that we will continue with our one bottle. It's very easy to say, but let's see what happens in real life. See, understand. Maybe the reason why they are having 3 to 4 water bottles per day, it's quite possible maybe they are getting 6 or 7 water bottles per day. In our case, we are getting two water bottles. So our planning was difficult. हमारी planning अलग थी, ये लोग की planning अलग होगी. We have to realize, हमें समझना है कि लाइफ में सबको वाटर बॉटल्स डिफरेंट मिलेंगी. किसी को शायद 5 मिलेंगी, किसी को 4 मिलेंगी, किसी को 3 मिलेंगी, हमको 2 मिली. And that's why we have to understand, we have to build our unique plan and we have to stick to our plan. We don't have to copy anyone's plan. And you know what? जब आप लोग बड़े होंगे and when you start earning, you will also realize that all of you will get different water bottles. Everybody's incomes will be quite different. So your planning has to be very unique to yourself and you cannot copy others. As a life lesson, many times we also make a mistake telling our parents, you know what, dad, mom, my friend has an amazing car, even we want it. My friend went for an amazing vacation, even I want it. He's going to an amazing school, even why am I not going? And we make those mistakes without realizing that even our parents have got different water bottles. So every parent is doing a unique planning for himself, for his family, and we have to be very mindful about these thoughts. And we should always be asking, Dad, Mom, can we afford it? If we can't, let's not do it. The idea is we have to be very mindful because we all have to understand we get different water bottles in life. If in case you have understood the second challenge, give me a thumbs up and then we'll move to the third challenge. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I think most of us are able to understand what's happening. Let's go to the third challenge. And this is a very interesting challenge. Okay. And you'll be surprised so many people get it wrong. You know what? Don't give the answer for this challenge basis on how much you love dogs. Even I love dog, but don't give an answer basis of that. Give a answer basis on the logic of the question. So you know what? On Mars, it's quite possible that you might lose your water bottles. Water is precious. You're carrying your water bottles. Okay, somebody takes your water bottle, somebody steals it, or maybe you forget it somewhere. Okay, it's quite possible. Quite possible, not sure, but it might happen. But the good part is there is a friendly dog and he remembers your water bottles. But the point is that if in case you lose your water bottles, if you forget your water bottles or somebody steals it, that dog will get it back for you. For sure, guaranteed, he will get it back for you. But the problem is, for the dog to help you, you have to keep that dog and the dog needs one sip of water every day. You have to give her one sip of water, otherwise he will not be able to help you. What will you do? Will you give him a sip of water every day? And water is precious, mind you. Or you'll say, you know what, I will be very careful, I don't need the dog. What answer will you give? So Navya is saying yes, Pranav is saying yes. Guys, others. I will keep yes, 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 yes. Many people are saying yes. Uh, okay, Shreya, you are saying that you will not keep the dog. Can you explain, Sayesh, even you are saying you will not keep the dog. Can you write in the chat box why you don't want to keep the dog? So Ira said we'll keep the dog. Saving a sip of water from the dog is not worth it. What if you do lose it? Okay, Mavindra, your answer is perfect. It's not ethical. It might cause problems. No, forget about ethics right now. He's a friendly dog. He's there on Mars. He's there to help you, support you. Okay, and it would be a good idea. Don't think from ethics perspective. The dog actually wants help. Dog actually wants help. The thing is, you will keep the dog for two reasons. First is basically, if you lose water bottles, perfect. He's always there to help you. Okay. But you might say, if I don't lose my water bottles, I have wasted that sip. That's fine. It's managing risk. In our finance language, this is called as insurance. What is insurance? I'll give you some examples and how I take insurance. Okay. I recently went for a trip with my family. I took a travel insurance. Why? What if I lose my passport? What if I lose my travel bags? What if I miss my flight? Or what if I lose my money in the foreign country? I took a travel insurance. I love my car. Okay. I'll be careful. But what if somebody hits me and my car is damaged? Okay, where do I have the money then? I've taken a car insurance. I can fall sick. Yes, I can fall sick. Anybody in my family can fall sick. We can be hospitalized. Big money bill, big hospital bill. I've taken a medical insurance. Can I die because of uncertainty? Yes. I've taken a term insurance. So first thing is always remember, I know these are expenses and thank God मुझे कभी expense use करना नहीं पड़ा. I might feel for the last 20 years I'm paying car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, all these insurances. I am paying money, but I never used it. The money is getting wasted. But the beauty is it is managing my risk. When I need it, it will help me. I hope everyone understood this challenge, okay, of insurance. If in case you've understood it, give me a thumbs up. Sounds good. I think yes. So, Sayesh, what you said, Mediclaim is nothing but a health insurance. Mediclaim is nothing but a health insurance. That's nice. Okay. Now, this is a exceedingly important question. Okay. This will decide how will you deal with money all your life. You know what? Water is precious. Water is absolutely precious. And as you are walking, you see many kids are surrounded by a person, and that person is saying, I promise you that when you give me one water bottle, I will give you three water bottles next day. He says, give me two, I'll give you six. आप जितना भी पानी दोगे मैं उसको next day three times करके दे दूंगा. A lot of kids are saying, you know what, we gave our water bottles yesterday. This person is very nice. He gave us three water bottles. We trust him completely. Now, as a group, all of us have reached over there. What will you do? Will you give your water bottles, maybe one, maybe two or three, all your water bottles, or you will say, no, I don't give my water bottles this to this guy. Let me see in the chat box. I will not. No, 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 guys. He's promising. He seems to be very nice. He seems to be very nice. Sayesh is saying it might be a scam. Jay is saying no, 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 no. Navya is saying trust issues. Oh, perfect. Okay. कोई तो try करो. What if that person might genuinely be good? Okay, they might be in the group. Okay, Saish is saying who can trust them? There might be a group of people and they all are saying it's all is good and all that stuff. Okay, what if he runs out with our money? He's a scammer. Okay, now I can see amazing answers from this group. I think I'm dealing with one of the smartest kids because all of you are giving amazing answers. The idea is, you know what? You might think who will actually give their water bottles, but you'll be surprised. Thousands and lakhs of people actually give their money for water bottles. Let me give you an example. You know what? If you get time, watch a video on YouTube. It's there. In I think 2016 or 17, which is like around 10 years back, somebody came with a very interesting idea. He came with a phone, a smartphone, which is called a Freedom Phone. And he gave ads in newspapers, radios, and everywhere saying that give me 200 rupees, 250 rupees, 500 rupees, I will give you a smartphone. Smartphones today are still cheaper. At that time, smartphones were very expensive. And he's promising, give me 250 rupees, 500 rupees, and 1000 rupees, I will give you an amazing smartphone. When he gave full paper ads in newspapers, everybody was initially reluctant. And then after period of time, he started showing that how he's delivering those phones to people. Some people must have ordered and given money. So he basically gave them phones. And then he started saying, you know what, how the phone is a success and everybody is getting those phones. After that, you know what happened? Almost lakhs of people transferred money and they gave money because they wanted the smartphone for 250 rupees and 500 rupees. Now tell me what exactly would have happened now when so many lakhs of people would have given money, what this person would have done. Can you put in the chat box? Scam. Okay, one answer is scam. Anyone else? Kabir is saying fake. Scam. Run away, stole away, ran away. Perfectly fine. This is basically what happens in English. This is called as, in finance, this is called as Ponzi schemes. Hindi में एक movie है हेरा फेरी. What is this all about? It's basically about that anyone who makes false promises to you, be very careful about it. Anybody who makes false promises, don't get too trapped about the whole idea. If somebody says, join my cricketing academy, I'll make you a cricketer in 1 month, you'll be like Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli, it's a red flag. You have to be very careful. If somebody says, join my coaching classes in 1 day, you will come first in class, don't join. These are basically all scams. The problem is people fall into these scams because sometimes they want to become rich overnight. Everybody wants to become rich overnight. and that's why they buy lotteries and they play those tricky games because they want to become rich overnight. The idea is that's a simple way of somebody fooling you, and you will lose money. So always use your common sense. You are smart, you are intelligent. Always use your common sense when you're dealing with money and people. Okay, casinos are also something similar like that, but I'll not put it in this line, because in casino you know that there are very less chances you will win, but you still play because you want to have some fun. Okay, but ideally I would request, when you grow up, don't even think about these ideas. It's not a great idea. It's not a great idea. Most people lose money over there, and it's not a best way of doing of actually enjoying with money. Now, if you have understood the first challenge, and I'm sure most of you have understood, now we will understand how you make money, how you create, become rich in a genuine way. To understand this, I will ask you a very basic and a very fundamental question. Okay. Maybe share your dreams with me in the chat box. I can tell you what I was dreaming when I was your age. So, when I was your age, I always used to write stories and I always wanted to be a movie director. I wanted to produce a movie. I still think about it. I want to, and since with AI coming in, I know I can do it one day. I will write a nice story, I'll make a nice movie out of it. I always wanted to do that. Now, if I asked you, when you grow up, what exactly you want to do you want to put in the chat box? Okay. It's fine if in case you say I don't know what I'll do. That's fine. Okay. So Suman is saying, someone is saying a TikTok influencer. Somebody saying I will travel in tourism. That's amazing. Sayesh is saying a businessman. Wow. Okay, that's amazing. Cricketer Kabir is saying lawyer. Sia is saying she wants to be a lawyer. Pranav is saying he wants to be a technologist. That's amazing. Okay, so now the beauty is, Divit is saying he wants to be an engineer. So, guys, okay, that's interesting. So, somebody will be an engineer, start his manufacturing company. Ishan is saying he wants to make money like Elon Musk. So, Ishan will also start amazing companies on space and everything. Vedant is saying a car collector. That's interesting. Once you have money, you can be an amazing car collector. Mavindra is saying that Manvindra is saying that he wants to be a military soldier. Great, great aspirations. So basically, somebody will do something amazing in AI. They will form companies. They will do something in. आप लोग कुछ लोग इंजीनियरिंग में अच्छी कंपनीज बनाओगे, कुछ अच्छे बुटीक्स बनाओगे, ओके, और सब लोग अपने अच्छे अच्छे बिजनेसेस रन करोगे. And as you start your business will grow because India is growing, and you will become rich. Now, a question to all of you. A question to all of you. If all of you are starting your businesses and you're becoming rich, even I want to be rich like all of you. What should I do? What should I do? Give me a simple idea. Don't tell me even I should start my business, because technically I don't have an idea right now. What should I do? David, you are right. I'll work hard, but besides working hard, what should I do? Start saving, loan. Okay, give me some interesting, easy idea. Okay, I'll give you. Okay. So I got answers: equity, stock market, loan, this, that. No, you know what? What can be some interesting idea, and maybe you can tell me if it's a good idea or not. See, I know this bunch has got 50. We are a group of 53, and in this 53, I've got the smartest kids out over here, smartest children over here, who will start amazing businesses. Okay, and with your businesses, with these amazing businesses which you are starting, what if I invest into your businesses? What if I invest into your manufacturing firm, or your IT firm, or your AI firm, or your pharma firm, or your telecom fund, okay, firm, and I'm investing into all your businesses? Okay, what do you think? Is this a good idea? If I do that, you are doing all the hard work, you are doing the business, I have invested into your businesses. If you grow, if your money grows, will my money also grow? If you think it's a good idea, can you give me a yes, thumbs up? Or if it's a bad idea, give me a thumbs up. Okay. So most of you are saying, but what if some business fails? Om, a beautiful question. What if some business fails? So you know what? I will be smart. I will not put all my money into one business. So, Om, if I had put all my money into one business, then there is a problem. But Om, I'm putting my money into hundreds of businesses. मैं आपके बिजनेस में भी डाल रहा हूं, मैं जितने भी 50 बच्चे हैं ना, सबके अच्छे बिजनेस में डाल रहा हूं, मैं इंडिया के सारे बेस्ट बिजनेस में डाल रहा हूं. Let me tell you what is called as Sensex. Sensex is nothing but the top 30 companies of our country. Just to give you an example, which are the top 30 companies? Reliance Industries, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, SBI, Axis Bank, Kotak Bank, DMart. I'm sure all of you go to shopping for DMart. Okay, Bajaj Finance. When I fall sick, I have medicines. Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy's, Cipla. You can see so many metros, bridges, L&T, IT companies, Infosys, TCS, Wipro. All these companies are there. Oil companies, telecom companies, phone, Airtel, all these companies are the top 30 companies of our country. Now, I'm just giving them as examples. I'm not pitching, I'm not talking about any specific stock over here, but together the top 30 companies are called Sensex. These can be my friends. Like the India is growing, these companies are growing. If I put money into the into the big companies of our country, and even in the small companies of our country, and even mid-sized companies of our country, so what is happening? Who is doing the business? Who's putting their brain? Who's taking the risk? They are doing that. How can I make money? What if I invest into their businesses? So if they are growing, अगर वो बढ़ रहे हैं तो मैं भी बढ़ूंगा. At the same time, Om, you said it right. I'm not going to give all my money to one business. I'm going to put this money in many businesses. Okay, so this is called as equity. So what happens in equity? As the money grows, as the businesses grows, since I am also invested into these businesses, even I make money. Make sense? In fact, I can also think about investing abroad. Look at the world. Apple is growing, I can invest in Apple also. Okay, Tesla is growing, I can invest into Tesla also. Okay, Amazon is growing, I can also invest into Amazon. The beauty is, somebody said TikTok, I can invest into companies like TikTok also. The beauty is, you can invest into companies, and that's a smarter way of doing it. So when you invest into companies, companies grow, even you make money. Make sense? If you have understood equity, give me a thumbs up. Now, okay. Now I can see you understood equity. But now I'll talk about the risk of equity market, and I will use an highlighter over here to explain you the risk of equity market. So the top 30 companies are called as Sensex. But you know what? When you invest in businesses, it's not that you'll always make money. So let's say you invest into the top 30 companies of the country. Initially, for the couple of years, the value went down. Like you can see in this chart, the value went down. Then it moved up. Again, it had fallen down. Again, it moved up. It again corrected. It went down. It went up. It went down. It went up. And then there was a big fall. Again, it moved up after the fall. It went down. Again, it moved up, down, up, down, up, down. And this is how it happened. So if you look at the journey, when you invest into businesses, what happens? The journey technically is not a straight line. What happens in the journey? There are ups, there are downs. But now, how do you manage it? So the answer is very simple. If you are investing for long term, when I say long term means 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and I'm sure you should be investing for 40 years, 30 years because you are very young. You are at the age of 10, 15, 20. Okay, 30 years means if you are 15, after 13 years, 30 years, you will be my age. And you can basically invest for 30, 40, 50 years. So in the long term, the market goes up. But in the short term, like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, markets can also go down. So what we tell all the investors is that if you're investing for long term, like 5 years, so it's 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, look at equity and equity mutual fund. But if you are saving and keeping your money for short period, you can see a very interesting orange line over here. That's like fixed deposits. What happens in fixed deposit? You just get your interest back. Okay, when you put your money, it's safe, but your money grows slowly and gradually. So is there risk over here? No, there's no risk, but your money will also grow very gradually. So now I'll tell you how actually I plan. So money which I need for my retirement. I put this money into equity because I need that money after 20, 25, 30 years. The money which I'm saving and investing for my son's higher education, I'm putting it in equity. But the money which I need after 1 year, like I have to pay my son's fees every year. Okay, every year I have to pay the fees. That money I'm keeping it very safe. So that money is going into fixed deposits. The money which I need for my daily needs, I keep it in fixed deposits. The money which I need for my household stuff, I keep it in safe. So only money which I need for long term, my retirement, my son's higher education after 15 years, that money goes into equity. I hope you got the logic that one should have both of them in their portfolio. Equity helps you grow your money in the long term, but it will have ups and downs. But fixed income will go through like a straight line slowly and gradually. It will not have ups and downs, but it will give you very less moderate return. I hope everybody has understood both the charts. If you have understood it, give me a thumbs up. Okay. So I can see most of you giving me a thumbs up. That's interesting. That's nice. Now, I'll explain you what mutual funds are. Okay. So I can see right now Pallavi's name over here. So Pallavi in our group, she's the smartest. She's the smartest among all of us. Okay. And she knows which companies to invest. All of us want to invest into many companies, but we don't know which companies to invest. We don't have the time, we don't have the knowledge, we don't even know which companies are there, how to invest, and all that stuff. But Pallavi is smart, she's intelligent, she loves actually doing all the research. So, what do you think? Should we invest on our own or should we take Pallavi's help to invest into good stocks? What do you think? Can you put in the can you put your answer in the chat box? So Geet is saying take help from Pallavi. Pallavi, okay. So Pallavi, everybody wants to take your help. Pallavi, can you put in the chat box? Will you help everybody for free? Pallavi, will you help all of them for free because they all will take your help for investing and you're doing all the research and everything. Pallavi, is it possible for you to write? Okay, Pallavi is a friend. So right now she's saying of course, but Pallavi, once you grow up and and this is your whole this is your job now. This is your job now. Now will you do it for free? Okay, now Pallavi is saying that, you know what, now she'll not do it for free. Okay, she's saying now it's my job. Now I'll not do it for free. And that's very interesting. So the beauty is, think about Pallavi like a fund manager. Okay, so there is a mutual fund. So in a mutual fund, there's a fund manager. So what happens in a mutual fund? This is where mutual fund comes in. Mutual fund has got smart people like Pallavi who work for a mutual fund. So there are so many companies, thousands of companies, and Pallavi will do, and her entire team will do research and they will try to find the best companies. Okay. And by doing all the research, they will find the best companies and they will help you grow your money. And that's what basically it's all about. It's about finding the good companies, building a portfolio with many stocks so that your money can grow. And this is what the job of a mutual fund manager is. Okay, their job is to basically manage your money by investing into good companies. Till now, it might seem very simple. This is where it gets very interesting, and trust me, this is where you'll have to actually help your parents how to grow your money. So, before I go to the question, how many of you actually believe in aliens? Don't just give me yes and no. Also, give me the reason why you believe in aliens. And if you don't believe in aliens, write it no and tell me reason why you don't believe in aliens. So Kabir is saying no. Kabir, I need the answer also. Why no? Sia is also saying no. Sia, give me an answer. There are many theories that aliens do exist. Okay, Geet is saying, but Geet, what do you believe? Yes or no? So Kabir is saying because of science. But Kabir, because of science, how can you say aliens don't exist? I believe as the universe is too big. Vedant is saying yes, he's not seen it, but the universe is too big, so it's quite possible. Sayesh is think I don't think I can call it an alien. Okay, fine. Different views. That's the beauty of life. Okay, nobody has seen aliens, but half of us believe aliens exist. Many of us believe aliens don't exist. Not every time I look at them, they look like AI. Okay, there are many livable planets, so there is a probable. Oh, perfect. That's an interesting answer. Manvendra is think I yeah, even I think so. I believe they exist because of okay. So Geet, even you have a very interesting point. Okay, so the class is divided between half people believing in aliens, half people saying aliens don't exist. But on Mars, on this trip, we actually found aliens. They are amazing. And you know what? Generally, we have been told that aliens are bad. Okay, they are very horrible. They come, they conquer us, they will kill us and everything. But they are very friendly aliens. They are very friendly aliens. In fact, they are very emotional aliens, and they have become friends with you. And when you are talking to them, you know what they told you? That we also invest into India, into your stock market, in Sensex. Even we invest, but they every time they make a mistake. So what mistake they do is when markets go down, they start crying. Okay, they become very upset because they are very emotional about it. बहुत ही emotional है. They get upset and they remove their money. And the moment market goes up, they start feeling very nice, happy, and they start investing tons of money. Again, when markets go down, again they start crying and they remove money. And when again market goes up, they start dancing and they start putting money. Now you have understood the behavior of these aliens. They are very emotional and they become your friends. What advice will you give these aliens? Think about it. Think about it and try to give me an answer. So these aliens are very emotional. They invest in markets when they go down. Okay. So they remove the money when the markets go down. They start crying because the money has gone down. They have made a loss. When market goes up, okay, Sensex goes up. They start dancing and they start investing. Again, when Sensex goes down, they start crying. So what advice will you give these aliens? I hope you got the question. Uh, Jaival, what I mean by this question is that I just explained you Sensex. So what happens when Sensex goes up? These aliens become very happy. Oh wow, Sensex is giving good returns, so they invest money. When the Sensex falls, okay, they say, oh, we have lost money. They start crying and they remove the money. Okay, they take out the money. They make a loss and they remove the money. Again, when market goes up, they start investing. They say, wow, now the returns are very good. So they are very emotional when it comes to investing. Okay, you first invest that once it doubles or triples and then take it back. Okay, maybe I will advise them to invest in many banks. But Mavindra, see, you are advising them to invest in banks and these places. Okay, which is right. But they also want to make money, right? But problem is when it goes up, they invest because they are very happy. And when it goes down, they make a loss. They start crying and they remove the money in a loss. Again, it goes up. They become happy. They invest. Again, when market goes down, they start crying and they remove. Now, what advice will you give them? Okay, so I've got a very interesting answer that a lot of people have started saying that we will ask them to be patient. Okay, that's a very good advice. We'll ask them to be patient. Shreya has given a good advice. Think long term. It's better for them. Think about long term. Okay, invest for long term. That's what Sayesh is saying. That's an interesting advice. Can you give me more advice to the aliens, your friends? They are friends. They should also make money. What advice will you give them? Invest for long term. Uh, so you'll tell them, isn't investing long term? Okay, think about long term. So somebody has told me that we will tell them, please manage your emotions. Don't get carried away by ups and downs. Just invest for long term. Be patient. Be disciplined. Just keep investing. Okay. Don't, when the market is going down, invest more money when market is going down. Even that's a good advice. Om, that's a very nice advice. So very good advice coming from all of you, saying that be patient, think long term, be disciplined, don't get too emotional when markets go down, invest more money. Okay. Okay. And that's how typically you will try to explain them. Okay. Mavindra has told me a very interesting thing. You will tell them to stay calm. Jaival has told them that we'll tell them don't give up, just stay for a long term perspective. Now, that's why I always say teaching kids is easier because you understand it. But now, let me tell you who these aliens are. These aliens are quite similar to who we are as human beings, even our parents. Okay, even the point is, what happens many times when even our parents invest money, when market goes up, they start dancing. They feel very happy. And when markets go down, they start crying. They start crying and they remove the money in the loss. And again, market goes up, they feel happy and they invest. So next time when you see your parents getting too emotional when markets go up and down, tell your parents, Dad, Mom, please don't be too emotional. This money is for long term. Just be patient. Just be disciplined. And trust me, kids can play a very big role in helping their parents also understand. And when the advice will come from you, your parents will feel proud. Wow, this is what my children understands it, but I am making a mistake. So they will value your advice and they will stay long term. You can play a very big role in advising your parents, talking to your parents to stay long term. And trust me, this is the biggest help which you can do for your parents to create wealth from a long term perspective. Okay. Now, let's end up with the most important topic. And if you guys, if you understand this, I can promise you, you will be super rich all your life. So, obviously, when you were selected for this mission Mars, there was a reason why you were selected. The reason was we wanted to make Mars green. To make Mars green, we wanted to grow plants which are 100 feet in height, but we cannot carry such long trees. So, you were given magical plants of zero point 0.5 feet. This magical plant doubles its size every day. Zero point 0.5 becomes 1, then 2, and 4. We have got only 10 days. What do you think? Will you be able to grow trees up to the size of 100 feet in just matter of 10 days? Yes or no? If yes, then why? If no, then why? Sayesh is saying no. Okay, not possible. Om is saying no, no. Anyone saying yes? So it doubles. The plant doubles its size every day. Zero point 0.5 becomes 1, 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4. Vedant is saying yes. Okay. Sia is saying yes. Guys, all the people who are saying yes, can you put in the chat box how will you do it? Or how it will happen? Jaival is saying it's only 50. No, Jaival, it's quite possible. It might happen. So zero point 0.5 becomes 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. On the 8th day itself, you have crossed 100. The beauty is, yes, you will be able to do it. And this is an exceedingly important principle when it comes to investing. It's called as compounding. Shreya, you said it right. It's called compounding. What is compounding? It's a magical formula. So if you invest and you invest for the long period, initially it will grow, but then it will grow very fast. So 1 became 2, 2 became 4, 4 became 8, 16, 32, 64, 80, 128, 256. That's how with time things grow. And the same thing happens with money. When you invest and you keep it for long term, it grows in the similar fashion and then the magic happens. So if you want to create wealth, if you really want to become rich like Warren Buffett, stay invested for long term 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And then you see the magic happening in terms of how you deal with money. Now, once you've understood this principle, I would request all of you to also understand the last principle, which is called as SIP. SIP means systematic investment plan. Even by investing small amount of money, okay, a lot of you can start SIPs in your name. Even a 500 rupees SIP, a 1000 rupees SIP, a 2000 rupees SIP in your name, but done over a longer period of time will create magic. Okay, it's a very interesting way of investing on a disciplined fashion to create wealth. Lastly, we'll do a small recap of what we discussed till now. First, plan and start early. Remember, only 5 days we get water, so planning is very important. Second is follow your own path. Don't follow your friends, neighbors, relatives, society. Everybody will get different water bottles. Third, the dog example, insurance is a must. Fourth, FDs are safe, but they will grow very slowly and gradually. Fifth, equity will give you amazing money, but will go through ups and downs. Fifth, the alien example, manage your emotions. Be disciplined, be patient. Don't get too happy or sad when market goes up and down. Compounding example, the tree doubles. So obviously understand over long term your money will grow. And last but not the least, SIP. If you want to start investing right now, even with small money, you can do with SIP. Now I'll give you a homework. The homework is, I'm sure all of you have got Amazon Prime at home, or maybe you also have YouTube. Just go and Google, put on Amazon Prime called Secret Millionaire Club, or maybe go on YouTube and write Secret Millionaire Club. You will find 21 amazing videos of one of my favorite investor called Warren Buffett. These are animated videos. These are animated cartoon videos of children along with Warren Buffett, and they talk about how to start businesses. So every video will teach you how to start managing businesses and how to deal with money. It's entertaining, it's engaging. It will also be very insightful for learning perspective. So as a homework, please watch those videos. You will learn a lot. That's it from my side. The idea is starting early. The reason why we are doing this session is because we want the kids to learn early at the right age, right time, so that when you grow up, you become a very sensible investor, and you are able to create amazing amount of wealth. With this, I will stop the session. And if in case participants have any questions, please put in the chat box. Any feedback, please put in the chat box. And any questions, I and Palvi will try to answer your questions.
Yes, sir.
Ira, the video name is Secret Millionaire Club. So it's there on YouTube also. It's there, also there on Amazon Prime, which I saw last. Om is asking a question, when can I start investing? You can start it right now. Today, you can start investing. It's so simple. Just tell your parents that I have learned investment, SIP, compounding. I want SIP in my name. Please, Papa, help me, or please, Mummy, help me to start my SIP. They will help you and they will connect you with Nikhil Naik sir's team, and they will help you to start your SIP. Palvi, can you see some
Yeah,
questions?
yeah. Hold on, guys. Everyone is saying, may I leave? No, there is a question, a Q&A sessions we have. So let's start with the Q&A sessions.
Sure.
I will request everyone to put all their questions in the Q&A box. Till that time, I have some questions for sir on behalf of you.
Yeah.
So may I, sir?
Yeah, Palvi, please go ahead.
So many of us get pocket money or cash gifts, but it usually disappear faster than we expect. So, sir, can you guide us ki how we can make that small amount actually grow instead of vanishing it by the end of the month?
So, Palvi, you are right. We all get pocket monies, and you should enjoy your pocket money. I'm not against enjoying it. Please enjoy, but also build a habit of saving some amount of money, and this money can actually go in mutual funds. So, life is all about enjoying right now and also thinking about the future. It's simple. It's maths. It's like if you give me two chocolates and if I've got 2 days, I will have one today and I'll have one for tomorrow. I can't have both of them today, right? So if you've got a pocket money, enjoy with that pocket money. Even I enjoyed my pocket money, but keep some money for saving and investing because it's a good practice and you can do it with mutual funds. Just tell your parents, please start mutual funds in my name, and please, Palvi and team, help them to start mutual funds journey at this age itself.
Sir, any thumb rule you would like to give us or suggest us? What's the thumb rule of investing?
See, thumb rule of investing, which even I also use it many times, is very simple. Earn money. Okay, so when you are very young, but think about studying right now a lot. Think about starting your own business. Okay, and or maybe getting an amazing job. So first is earning money. Second is also save money because earning itself is not sufficient. You have to save money, then you have to invest that money very wisely. What if your money is just lying idle? It's not growing. Okay, you would like to grow your money, so invest it very wisely, and then spend money also right wisely. Okay, and my last thumb rule is that whatever money you have or whatever gifts you have to be happy with that. On your birthday you might get 5 gifts and you can still be happy, and there might be a second kid who has got 50 kids and is still unhappy. So you have to be also happy with what you have. So that's my simple rules of how do you deal with money problems.
I agree. I have a question ki most of us think ki why to learn या study about financials right now. When we grow up, we'll think about it. What's your thought about it?
No, it's a most important subject. In fact, Palvi, I would say, yes, like how maths is important, how AI is important, computers are important. It's equally important. Okay, I'm not saying that history is of no use. It's good to know what happened in the past. All these things are important. But this is one subject you will use in your life. All your decision, all your life depends upon how you deal with money. So according to me, that this is the first subject which has to be taught. Then the remaining subjects come after that. But look at the irony that this subject is only not taught. The most important subject is missing. That's why I think kids should learn about it and they should apply it as soon as possible.
Exactly, I would agree. So guys, start learning about financials very early age. I have some other questions also.
Yeah.
Like if I save rupees 100 every week instead of buying fries, burger or pizza, what could it turn into few years since you mentioned what is compounding and everything?
Right. See, not to say that fries or burgers is you should not enjoy it, but frankly speaking, I'm not a fan of fries and burgers anymore. I used to be a fan because I feel that they are not doing good for my body. But you can, yes, for taste and fun, you can always have fries and burgers. But yes, enjoy life. But you also should also have a habit of saving and investing. See, everything goes hand in hand. Studies also go hand in hand. Movies also go hand in hand. Playing with your friends also go hand in hand. It has to be a balance of everything. So please have your fries, but also save and invest for the future. That's how you should do it.
Okay. You mentioned about stocks and mutual fund. What that is really about? Can you explain in a simple words what's mutual fund?
Perfect. So, Palvi, just a simple thought. Let's say tomorrow you start an interesting business, okay? And you want money to grow your business. And if I invest into your business, so what happens even I become a like a partner in your business? If your business is growing, who will benefit? Obviously, you will benefit because it's your business and it's your money. But since I've also invested in your business, even my money will grow, right? So that in very simple terms is called as equity. Okay, that's investing into people's businesses, and and we can see so many businesses in our country, so large businesses, cars, trucks, roads, telecom, pharma companies, IT companies, and everything. So there's so much to invest. Now, what is mutual fund? Is that mutual fund job is to invest in these businesses. That's what their job is. So what they do is they do all the research to find thousands of companies. Like Pallavi has one company. There's so many companies out there. They will try to find all the good companies and they will try to invest into those companies so that your money can grow over a longer period of time. So mutual fund is a collection of many such businesses which can grow over a long period of time.
Okay. Uh, Sir, what do you think? What is SIP in a simple words? Like I can see Vedant is also asking, and
Okay, what is it?
even yeah,
Yeah.
full form of
So
SIP too.
perfect. So SIP is doing something on a monthly basis, like okay, on a discipline basis. Let's say we do okay. Let's say anything which you do with discipline benefits you. Like I'll give you some examples. Like I brush my teeth every day, okay, on a discipline basis, or I go for a walk every day. That's for my health. This is for my personal hygiene. Okay, I do it on a discipline basis. So what is SIP? SIP means systematic investment plan, or what I can say, investing on a monthly basis. Why it's called monthly? Why do people do monthly? Because people get salaries, okay, on a monthly basis. Like I work for HDFC Mutual Fund, I get my salary on a monthly basis. So what I do is, let's say if I get 100 rupees salary, 50 rupees are my expenses. So 50 rupees is left with me. So 50 rupees I invest every month. Okay. What I do is I give an instruction to a mutual fund that 50 rupees every month, take that money and invest that money. So every month 50 rupees is getting invested from a long term perspective. 50 was just to give you an example. Now that I invest 50, so out of 100 today, 50% of my money I'm investing through SIP from a long term perspective. Investing on a monthly basis automatically is called as SIP.
Oh, cool. Now I wanted to ask about inflation term people use about this. So earlier we can see it's like the chips we buy costed us at 10 rupees and now it is at 20 rupees, a smaller packet and lesser chips. So could
Yeah.
you explain everyone about that?
So, Pallavi, the best way of understanding inflation is try to think about it like our school fees. So, I'm sure today when I talk to many children, if I ask them what is their school fees, they're not even aware about it. The first thing they should know what is their school fees. So, today my son's school fees is around 1.75 lakhs. Okay. But when I look at my school fees, it was around 1,000 rupees. Now, what happened? Why was that my school fees? And we are in the same vicinity. Okay, I was also born and brought up in Mulund, in Mumbai. Even he's also in Mulund. The idea is his school fees is 1.75 lakh. My school fees is 1,000 rupees. Okay, and it just happened just in the matter of 35 years. So this is what is called as inflation. Teachers are similar. In fact, I would say my teachers were still far more good, and I had a far bigger playing ground and everything. But what has happened predominantly in 30 years? that 1,000 rupees school fees has become almost 1 lakh rupees school fees. It has moved up 100 times. And this is not just school fees. Look at anything. I remember when I was small, I used to watch a movie. Okay, the cost of a ticket in a theater was around 15, 20 rupees. Today, a normal movie costs somewhere around 200 to 300 rupees. What is this? This is called inflation. So if you look at everything, okay, the prices have gone up and prices will always go up, and they go up every year. So this in finance language is called as inflation. In Hindi, it's called as महंगाई. So now a thought experiment: when the kids grow up and when they have children, in a similar fashion, the prices of the food, the prices of school fees, the price of even a school bag, anything will also be like 50, 100 times. That's what inflation is all about.
Oh, correct. I hope everyone is aware about inflation now. Anyone asking you, you guys can say that. Anyway, sir, you talked about the financial safety also. Can you explain what does that mean? Like, how would help to someone if anything unexpected come at our home? So how would we do that?
So for anything which is unexpected, okay, there are two things which you have to do. First is which we talked about, having an insurance. Okay, which we told kids, okay, that you know what, as an experiment, if you have cousins who have started working, ask them, do they have a term insurance for themselves? They must have not taken. Ask them, do they have a health insurance for themselves? Very important. They must have not taken a health insurance. Or when they travel, ask them, do you take a travel insurance for yourself? So basically, safety is most important. When you sit in a car, you put a seat belt, right? What is that? Why do you put it? Okay, because not because accident will not happen. Accidents can always happen. You are just trying to protect yourself if an accident happens. Okay, so from my perspective, having insurance is absolutely important. And second is keeping something for emergency. Okay, just to give an example, when you give your exams, do you just carry one ball pen or one ink pen for the exam, or you carry two or three ink pens or two ball pens? Simple, because you know that in an exam it's quite possible my one ball pen can stop working. Okay, why you keep two? Because that's an emergency. If you're using a calculator, you keep extra cells, batteries along with you. Why? Because you know what if something goes wrong. The idea is what is managing emergency is that trying to think what wrong can happen and trying to safeguard that. And that's how you should always think about money and investment in a similar fashion.
Correct. Yeah. So one more question. Like one money habit if you wanted to give to a student, what would be you? Like what is the money habit we should have?
The discipline of saving. And I was lucky and thankful to my dad who taught me this habit. So when I got my first job, he told me, Amit, no matter whatever your salary, this amount of money you have to invest. And I used to always argue, why dad? I need the money, this, that. He said, no, it has to be done. And initially I was not very happy with it because I didn't wanted to invest initially, but he forced me to do it. And now I realize that that habit, that discipline, uh, became something like my second nature now. Now whatever money I earn, by default I start saving and investing, because now that's part of my habit. So I think whatever you earn or whatever you get, some a big portion maybe you can spend, but some portion always save and invest for your future. That's simple. It's like a grass and the ant and grasshopper story, which I'm sure all of us have studied it
Yeah.
when we were in class in junior KG and senior KG. And and grasshopper is just having fun. He says, why save, why invest, why think about the future? So ant is saying, I will have fun. I am getting my grains. Some grains I'm keeping it for the winter. So ant is able to enjoy, but grasshopper is only enjoying. But really, when it becomes winter and it's snowing, unfortunately the grasshopper dies. But the ant has saved money or saved some grains, and he's also able to enjoy the winter. So the idea is very simple: that you enjoy. Nobody's against enjoying. Enjoy and also save something for the future. That's what is a very interesting habit. Learn from the
Okay.
grasshopper story, ant and grasshopper story. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, if you were a teenager and if you wanted to start investing or one mistake you wanted to correct, what would it be?
See, when I was a teenager, nobody taught me this subject. I was not even aware about this concept of mutual funds when I was a teenager. Nobody told me that saving, investing, and all these things existed. I thought studies was all about physics, chemistry, maths, and all that stuff. And I never bothered to even know about this subject. I thought elders will do it. And my elders have told me that this subject is not meant for me. Only when I grow up, I'll understand it.
Hmm.
Now, I wish somebody would have taught me when I was young. And if somebody would have taught me, I would have told my mom and dad, mom, uh, I hope you are doing SIP. I would have told my mom and dad that I hope you don't stop your SIP. I would have told them that don't to get too emotional about it. And I would have told them to do some SIP in my name also. Because I used to save money in my piggy bank, but that money
Hmm.
never grew. Okay, rather than the same money I would have invested, that money would have grown from a long-term perspective. So maybe these things I would have done.
Correct. I would request everyone to put their questions in the Q&A box if you have any, so that we can take it. Sir is here. You can ask any question. All the silly questions are valid. I can see one question, sir. Can we invest in short term and get a good profit? Vedant is asking this question.
No, Vedant, see, that is luck. Okay. See, you don't make returns in short term. It's like, can I study for one day and still get 100 marks? Can I just uh, play just one day of cricket and can I be part of a cricket team? No, it's not possible. You make money through investments only when you invest from a long-term perspective. That's the thing. But the problem is everybody wants shortcut. Okay, everybody wants shortcut. Everybody wants to become rich very fast, and that's why a lot of people lose money. We just discussed the principle that in equity mutual funds, the money can also fall, it can also go up. But if you're investing for long term, like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, that's how you make money. So don't think about short term, only think about long term. That's how you will make money. And also understand, if you remember the compounding example which I gave you, 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 16. With time, your money grows. So you have to be disciplined, you have to be patient, and you have to remove that short term mind from your, if you want to really make money. If you want to save money, then short term is fine. You will get small returns. But if you have to create amazing money, then think long term.
Okay. Atarshi is asking a very good question. Like, I wanted to travel. So, if I'm traveling around the world, how should I save right now?
Perfect. So everything happens with planning. Okay, everything in life happens with planning. Even when you travel across some country, you cannot go in that country without planning, right? You have to book a ticket. You have to plan your whole itinerary. Where will you stay? What food you will have? Which places you will watch? Which places you will visit? What is the weather during those times? You plan everything, right? Without planning, you can't go anywhere. Similarly, to achieve that goal, you have to figure out. First of all, you have to ask yourself, can I afford it? Okay. If you can't afford it, then change your plan. Maybe for example, if in case you cannot afford a Europe trip, you might afford a trip in Asia. If you can't afford an Asian trip, then do something in India, maybe Goa or Shimla or Kashmir or Manali or some place in Northeast or Kerala. So you have to first decide what's your budget. And then once you have decided your budget, put an amount to it and then do a reverse calculation. I'll give you a simple example. Let's say you want to go for a trip after 2 years and that trip might cost you 2 lakh rupees. A simple maths, you have to at least save 10,000 rupees per month so that if you do a simple maths and it's short term, you cannot put this money in equity mutual fund. It's short term. So around 8 to 9,000 rupees you have to invest in something which is very safe so that after 2 years you have 2 lakh rupees. Okay, so but with planning, with disciplined planning, you can achieve any possible goals. And also, you know what? You will also be able to figure out which goals you can achieve right now and which goals you should park for the future. You cannot achieve all your goals right now. Okay, some goals maybe right now your financial situation is not allowing you, so maybe you can keep it for the future. So you have to plan it. Which are important goals and how do I plan it?
Correct. Okay, I guess that's it. No one has anything to ask anyone. Sia has asked, ki, what is mutual fund?
So mutual fund is a company like HDFC is a mutual fund. There are many mutual fund companies, okay, as we speak. So mutual fund, what happens? It's a company. So everybody gives money to a mutual fund. And a mutual fund company, there is a team, like there's a fund manager and there is a team. and together they invest into many good companies, like let's say 50, 60 good companies. Okay, so when they invest into these companies, they do all the research. So when these companies grow from a long term perspective, even your money also grows. That's what mutual fund will do. And when you need the money, you can remove the money from a mutual fund and you will get the money back with those high good returns from a long term perspective.
Okay. So that's it, sir. I guess we have, let me check once if we have any question. Okay. Pranav is asking, to invest, could we use quant model or can you guide to analyze certain stock? Oh my God. Pranav is so smart. He wanted to analyze stocks now.
So, Pranav, the smarter way is, you know what? Till the time you learn all these principles, till the time you actually uh, give it to a mutual fund person. Okay, it's like asking, it's like you getting in the plane and you asking the pilot or anyone, can I also do it myself? Yes, eventually, if in case you learn, maybe even you can also do it. But the smarter way is that you just basically just sit in the flight and allow the pilot to drive. Okay, or it's like when you go to a doctor, you take advice from the doctor because right now you have not studied medicine. Okay, or if you have to do something on plumbing, you call a plumber because right now you have not learned that job. So my simple thing is, most of us don't know about companies. We don't have the time. We don't have the knowledge to invest. So mutual funds are the far better way of investing. But if in case when you grow up, when you study these subjects in detail, in depth, then maybe you can start investing on your own. Okay. But till then, you should only use mutual funds because there are professionals who have learned these models. They have studied very hard. That's what their job is. They will do a far better job in growing your money.
So Shreya has asked, could you tell us what's one smart money habit that could help us in future? Like it goes hand in hand with investing and saving.
So the smart habit is that, okay, keep keep like for example, I can see a mug over here. Keep three buckets. One is the saving bucket, save some money, which is completely safe. Invest some money, which will grow, and third is spend some money, which you'll enjoy. So I think you should have all the three buckets: save, invest, and enjoy. Do all three of them.
Uh, okay, that's it, sir. I guess I have one request to someone. Like he will be placing one QR code. If anyone wanted to know more about mutual fund investing, and you can scan the QR code. So, guys, you can scan this QR code and we can have a call with you to make the clarity more about what is investing and answer all your questions, whichever we have not taken yet. Okay, I think everyone has done. Please give a thumbs up.
Perfect. I think thanks everyone for participating. We have spent good 1.5 hours for your and you have given your precious time to us. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something interesting, and hopefully we'll catch up soon with some new different kind of sessions. Thank you. Happy investing. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. Bye. And thank you, Palvi,
Thank
for
you.
this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care. All the best. Bye. Take care.